What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Pita Limjaroenrat has failed to secure enough votes to become Thailand's next prime minister. He needed 375 votes from both houses of parliament but fell short. Most senators appointed by the former military regime did not vote for him, while many others abstained. A second round will be held on July 19th. Pita's Move Forward Party and its coalition allies will have to decide whether to field him again or put forward a new candidate. Taiwan has conducted a rehearsal for its upcoming annual Hanguang military exercises, which focused on coastal defense. Our reporter Hame Okan was there.
Taiwan's military is wrapping up a practice coastal defense exercise here at the port of Taipei, just 30 kilometers away from the capital. Soldiers here are training how to move supplies and equipment from the base nearby to the coastline. Now, soldiers dressed in red, those are supposed to be the opposing enemy forces. Now, they're trying to make a beachhead and trying to land additional forces on the beach. Now, Taiwan's job is to use a combination of tanks, amphibious landing crafts, and Humvees armed with missiles to keep them from establishing a beachhead. There was also a reconnaissance drone in the air providing surveillance for the soldiers on the ground. And it wasn't just ground forces. Navy and Coast Guard ships were also in the vicinity, providing extra support and laying mines in case of an additional landing. This is all just a rehearsal for the upcoming Hanguang military exercises. Those take place at the end of the month and last for 5 days. It's the country's largest annual drills, and Taiwan is going to simulate how it would respond to an attack from China. One of the key themes of this year's drill is a focus on protecting key infrastructure, places like airports and seaports, places that would be crucial for China to land troops. With so much depending on a successful defense of Taiwan's coastline, soldiers here are going to get plenty of practice today and in 2 weeks' time when the actual drills kick off. John Su and Hame Okan in New Taipei City for TaiwanPlus.
A U.S. patrol aircraft flew over the Taiwan Strait on Thursday following 2 days of Chinese military exercises near the south of Taiwan. The P-8 Poseidon aircraft that conducted the flyover is part of the U.S. 7th Fleet, which operates in the Pacific region. Previous instances where the U.S. has sent ships and aircraft through the Taiwan Strait have angered China, which considers the area as part of its territory. In a statement, the 7th Fleet said the transit demonstrates the United States' commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific. It also said its operations are in accordance with international law. Taiwan's cabinet has passed the revised draft of the Gender Equality Act. It follows a wave of accusations of sexual harassment against high-profile figures from Taiwan's politics and entertainment. James Chater reports.
Over the past few months, a wave of sexual harassment allegations has rocked Taiwanese society. Accusations have been made against high-profile figures from the worlds of entertainment and politics, reaching all the way to Taiwan's ruling party. In response, the government has published new amendments to laws aimed at protecting victims. New proposals include raising jail time to a maximum of 3 years and increasing fines for employers that commit offences.
这一次的修法的重点就是希望以保护被害人为中心这个核心精神。
今天的记者会现在开始。
The amendments follow what's been called Taiwan's Me Too moment, sparked by a Netflix series that depicted a political staffer facing sexual harassment at work. The show has inspired more than 100 accusations in real life, but rights groups said existing laws don't protect those who come forward.
他会说，我就是想要告那个行为人，可是，在现行的法律系统里面，他没有办法按照性骚扰防治法去提出申诉，就因为我们大家都在做切割。
The new proposals still need to be passed by Taiwan's legislature, but lawmakers are hoping this wave of public pressure will be what's needed to enact lasting change. Andy Xue and James Chater for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's High Court has upheld the sentence in a high-profile domestic violence case. Lin Bingshu had been sentenced to 2 years and 10 months behind bars for beating and imprisoning his girlfriend, Lawmaker Gao Jiayu, in 2021. Both sides appealed the sentence, but the High Court decided to leave the term unchanged. Gao says the law can never make up for past harms, but what's important is preventing further abuse. A Taiwanese man has described his experiences at the hands of a brutal human trafficking ring who lured him to Cambodia. Bing Wang has more details.
38-year-old restaurant owner Harry shows his scars from his year in Cambodia. He's using a pseudonym to protect his identity. In June last year, Harry responded to a job advert and traveled to the Southeast Asian country for a chance to make money. Upon arrival, his new employers took away his passport and cell phone. Then he was locked in a camp and forced to commit fraud targeting Taiwanese nationals. He was beaten by his captors and left with injuries all over his body.
专门人事上在诈骗一些台人去柬埔寨，对。然后那时候我刚去的时候，就是做一些诈骗一些业务上的取材这样子部分，做不会，做不懂，反正他就是直接殴打，都没有第二句话，就反正直接电击你这样子。
Over the past year, hundreds of Taiwanese nationals have been lured to Cambodia in the same way by criminal gangs. Both local and Taiwanese police have stepped up efforts to crack down on this kind of trafficking. Harry managed to escape from the gang in June this year. With the help of anti-fraud organizations, Taiwanese police, and politicians, he was successfully rescued and brought back to Taiwan. The case is now being handled by prosecutors in the central city of Taichung.
在台的涉案嫌犯已经至少清查5名以上。那因为这个案件目前已经报请台中地检署检察官指挥，等侦查告一个段落，会再跟各位做说明。
Cases of Taiwanese nationals being subjected to trafficking, extortion, and torture have shocked the nation in recent months. Harry has come forward to share his story in the hope that no one else will fall victim to the traffickers. And authorities have warned the public to be wary of ads that seek to lure job seekers overseas with offers of highly paid jobs. Klein Wang and Bing Wang for TaiwanPlus.
Visually impaired perfumers are showing off their craft in Taipei, proving they've got what it takes to become professionals. Our reporter Sandy Chi has the story.
A tiny drop and a pleasant smell. These are the works of Taiwanese perfumers. But unlike others in their field, these masters of fragrance are even more sensitive to scent, as they are all blind or visually impaired.
视障者他除了眼睛看不见之外，我们第一个感官一定是用听觉。听觉之后，你接触到这个香氛以外，我还有嗅觉，我会用心的去思考一下，我现在处在这个环境，它会适合什么样的一个香气。
To become a professional perfumer, Wong has to take courses on the subject. He's getting help from a local NGO called Parents Association for the Visually Impaired, or PAVI.
这些年来，慢慢大家蛮重视精油香氛这一块。那我就觉得说，一个人当他看不见的时候，他大部分人的精力放在其他的感官的时候，而且他那么专注下去，他一定能够有一些成就。
A total of 7 people with visual impairments took part in the session in Taipei. But getting to where they are now does not come without its challenges.
他们在调这个精油的时候，他怎么去知道那个量？ 控制的这个部分，那目前只能用协助的方式。
To date, the NGO has trained 16 visually impaired perfumers. Some of them may see the course as a path to a career in perfume, while others may branch out into other areas. Among them is musician Esther Chi.
我自己很喜欢香氛的东西，那我觉得调香就像音乐的乐曲的创作。 它就是使用不同的材料，然后你可以进用你自己的一些构想、文案，然后创作不同的组合。
With their deep passion for scents, these visually impaired perfumers are showing they have the essential skills to win over the country's noses. Andy Xu and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of sailing test events in Marseille, France in the lead up to next year's Summer Olympic Games in Paris. I'm Ethan. Take care, and I'll see you next time.